Hi, welcome to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm back again with another pick a card reading. I'm Karen. This reading is messages from your person. So these are what this person would say to you if they could. So we have 4 sets of cards today. I'm using the Donut Lovers playing cards. Set of cards number 1 is the lemon and strawberry donut with the green stone. Set of cards number 2 is the rainbow buttercream donut with a pink stone. Set of cards number 3 is the mint green iced donut with a yellow stone. And set of cards number 4 is the chocolate orange donut with the blue stone. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. It's really helped me to grow my channel. And thank you to everyone who has liked my videos and shared them and written lovely comments. I do read them all. If you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. And if you would like additional readings every single week, which are exclusive to my email subscribers, then please sign up by clicking the link below this video in the description box. So these are general messages. Take whatever resonates and leave the rest. Not all of these messages will be for everyone, so don't try and make the messages fit your individual situation if they aren't resonating. Always follow and trust your own intuition overall. Okay, so I'll give you a few moments to tune into the energies of the cards, and it is perfectly fine to be drawn to more than one set of cards. Okay, so let's get into the reading. So this is set of cards number 1, which is the lemon and strawberry donut and the green stone. So these are messages from your person. So you have the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Cups in reverse, the 3 of Cups, the 5 of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Wands, the 10 of Cups again, the 6 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Fool in reverse, and the Lovers in reverse. And from the messages from the Divine Masculine cards, we have, I'm scared of losing you. What does she think of me? You inspire me to be my best version. Don't underestimate me. And things will change very soon. Okay, so this person's feeling a lot of heartbreak at the moment, a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow. I feel there may be a third-party situation here. Some of them may be with someone else, but I also feel like some of you may be with someone else as well, because there's 2 cards here that could imply third-party situations. Doesn't necessarily mean that this person or you are with someone else. It could literally be a third energy of like wounds, fears that are blocking you two from being together. But this person's definitely in a lot of heartbreak. They're wishing things could work out between you both. They're wishing anything. It's like they wish they could turn back time and change things from the past. This is like the general energy of depression, or they haven't got over some kind of past rejection wounds or past betrayal. This is like a lack of self-love. It can be like a poor self-image, self-blame, self-sabotage, basically not feeling worthy for love. And and wishing that they could be healed from that, so that they're in alignment with the love vibration, so that they can give and receive love. But mostly this heartbreak is because the Ten of Cups initially comes out in the reverse position. They feel like there was this potential for you to have been together and had this lovely relationship, and that's what they want. That's like, they feel like the conclusion was supposed to be that you were together in a happy relationship, and healed all the wounds and overcome the obstacles. But they're feeling a lot of pain right now because there is this separation. They feel like perhaps they missed out on this opportunity, or mistakes were made, or poor decisions, maybe, on their side or your side. They're basically very upset that something's happened where they believe it's got in the way of you being together in this kind of way. But they feel like that was meant to be the conclusion. They always felt like you were meant to be together. And so with this being in the reverse position, they're still believing that that's the way it's meant to be, that you are meant to be together. And that's what they're hoping for. There's the Three of Cups. So again, third party situation. Some of you may even be with someone else. And they're wishing that things could be different. They're wishing they could be with you. And I feel like there was a lot of hopes for the future. Maybe you both talked about the future together, being together. And that's what they want. They want a reconciliation as well. Five of Wands in reverse. And the Ace of Wands. So they want any fighting to be over. They want power struggles to be over, or any like internal conflict that created self-sabotage or doubts or clouded vision where, people made decisions because they couldn't see clearly. They're wanting a healing of that. They're wanting to work together, have healthy compromises, and put the power struggles down. Negotiation, peace, a peace offering. And the Ace of Wands. They want a passionate new beginning. They feel very passionate about you. They want the confidence to go for what they want and really take action and really ground the connection, make it a reality rather than it just being all talk sort of thing. They want to actually take action. And yeah, again, the Ten of Cups has come up twice. So this is them really saying this is their goal, this is their aspiration, this is what they want with you. They saw you as their like dream person, their soulmate, their twin flame, the one for them. They, had all these dreams of having a happy relationship, a happy family, happy home, and complete fulfillment. They feel very emotionally fulfilled and uplifted when it comes to you. And there's a lot of healing, like energies that they felt from your connection as well. They're hoping that this dream is still going to come true, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They're hoping that that can be achieved and it's not an unattainable goal. So they see you as their soulmate with the Six of Cups. They feel as though you've known each other in past lives. They feel as though these difficulties are like past life karma or soul lessons that you're supposed to learn and heal from with each other. They want to reach out and give you the cup with the flowers in. They want to express their emotions. They want to offer you their love with an open heart. They're hoping that you're still going to have an open heart to be able to receive them. This is, the Six of Cups means someone from your past is returning. They're hoping that when they return that you will be receptive, you will receive them. They see you as someone as who is very loving, very nurturing, patient, kind, generous, and they want to give back to you equally. But they may feel as though you're almost like a master of your emotions. They may feel out of depth in comparison to you, like they struggle more when it comes to expressing their emotions. They feel like they missed out because there was an opportunity to take a leap of faith, to create a brand new beginning with you, but there was fears. It was like they had a lot of doubts. Or, you know, for some of you, they felt like it was you as well, like you both had doubts or you both had the wounds. So maybe both of you were wearing masks in certain ways and feared rejection a lot, and therefore didn't fully take that leap of faith, weren't fully open and vulnerable. So this person doesn't want to appear foolish in front of you because they do think you're better than them. They don't feel like they're good enough for you. So they didn't want to feel like a fool. They didn't want to feel or appear to be naive. And yeah, the Lovers in reverse. The reason they're not taking a leap of faith and reaching out to you right now is they're either with someone else or you're with someone else. And, you know, they don't want to interfere with that if you're with someone else, or they feel like you're not fully available or they're not, and so it's not the right timing, or they feel like you might reject them if you're in another situation, or they could feel that you're just confused about love, and you're confused about, you know, what you want with them, and so they're biding their time and they're hoping that in time you will be more receptive to them and they will receive some kind of green light to be able to reach out to you. I'm scared of losing you. So yeah, this is what a lot of that heartbreak, Three of Swords energy is. They're really worried about this because they do feel like you're their soulmate. They feel like you're the one who understands them the most out of everyone. They resonate with you on a very deep soul level. It's just been hard for them to heal themselves and release their fears in order to align with you in the 3D, in like the human form. And again, it could be the same for you as well. What does she think of me? So yeah, I definitely feel like you pulled back from this person, whereas once before you were offering your heart, you're being very expressive of your emotions. I feel like you pulled back from doing that, and now they're like, what does she think of me? Does she still love me? Is she going to be receptive to me, or is she going to just cut me off? They see you as a great inspiration. You inspire me to be my best version. So you and this connection is basically awakening them. It's all about coming back to the self-union, and by that I mean we have like an ego identity when we're in human form, and the ego identity, a lot of that is to do with very limiting negative thoughts about ourselves, a negative self-image, and but that's not our true self. Our true self is our soul, our infinite spiritual being, our infinite energy that we take into all of our lives, different lifetimes, who we are as a soul. So your connection is awakening this person to realize who they truly are, and therefore, you know, as a soul, we inherently know our worth. We have don't underestimate me. Things will change very soon. So this person's stronger than you think. This person's healing more than what you realize. And I feel eventually this person will have more self-love, and so will you, and you'll just both be more in alignment, and therefore I feel you will reconnect with this person. I wouldn't like advise you to wait around for this person. I would advise you to continue living your life and not putting your life on hold, because that will only block you. So I feel like there's divine timing involved here. It's almost like when you don't need this person, you know, when you found the love within and you're at peace within yourself, you're not taking anything personally, you don't have any attachment anymore, that is when you'll be in alignment, and that is when you will reconnect with this person. So I really hope this reading has been helpful and that it's resonated. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. It really helps me to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. And if you would like additional readings every single week, which are exclusive to my email subscribers, then please click on the link below this video to sign up to those. So thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 2, which is the rainbow buttercream donut and the pink stone. So what messages does your person have for you? What would they tell you if they could? Oops, one of these was in the wrong order. So 2 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups. Move these up a little bit. King of Cups in reverse. 2 of Cups in reverse. So there's a lot of Cups energy, a lot of emotions. 8 of Wands. Page of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Wands. Ace of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. I'm always thinking about you. My heart is opening. You turn me on in so many ways. I'm in a dark place and I'm sick of the old paradigms. So this person feels like they missed out on an opportunity with you. I feel like they were juggling too many things in their life, or they didn't know how to juggle their emotions. They felt very emotionally overwhelmed by this connection because there's been a major heart awakening due to your meeting, due to your spiritual connection. So I feel like this person has been very repressed in their life, like they don't know how to handle their emotions. They've learnt to kind of bottle up a lot of intense emotions to deal with personal pain. I feel like this person's not being honest with themselves because I feel like they're not loving themselves in many ways. And so they may have put on masks even to try and pretend to themselves that they're someone else, that they're not really. I feel like this person's a people pleaser in terms of molding themselves to be what they think other people want them to be. They feel very insecure being their true self because they feel like their true self is rejected. I feel this has happened from a young age, like they didn't feel accepted by their parents in some kind of way, so they try to please their parents by changing themselves or putting on a mask to be what they thought their parents wanted them to be. So they learnt from a young age to basically reject their true self and instead think they will earn love by being a different person, basically. So when it comes to you, it's like you could see the true them. You could see beyond their masks, beyond their walls. You could see their worth. You could see that they were lovable. And that really felt uncomfortable to them because it's bringing up, you know, it was making them aware of their true self again, and they've spent most of their life trying to hide from that and turn away from their true self and ignore their true self, because that brings up a lot of emotional pain for them, not feeling good enough. And also it's about beliefs. Like if they believe they're unworthy and you come along and you try and show them how they really are worthy, then it's really like challenging their beliefs, and it's hard for this person to believe that they are good enough. And yeah, it's like it's hard to align with being able to receive love for who they truly are when they've never received it for being their true selves before. It feels very scary to them. It feels kind of alien to them. Like it just energetically doesn't align with them because they're not in that vibration of loving their true self. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse, they found that they couldn't feel balanced within your connection. It was bringing up a lot of emotions. They felt all over the place. You were really, it was like a threat. The connection felt threatening to their sense of safety. Like the ego, you know, creates comfort zones to try and protect us, even though in many cases it just limits us in many ways. But your love was threatening to break down the illusions that they'd built around themselves to try and protect themselves. And so that felt very threatening to the ego. And, you know, we often believe who we are is the ego identity, when really who we are is our soul truth. And so there was like the beginnings of the ego death within this person, and it felt very scary for this person on a subconscious level. Like the ego fights to try and stay on top, to try and protect. And it's like your love was shining light on their illusions, trying to bring them into the truth and set them free, but it felt very scary to the ego. So this person was trying to deny the connection or push you away, or they felt a lot of confusion, a lot of fear, because they felt very unstable when their comfort zone was being challenged. And so they pushed you away. But it wasn't personal. It was all to do with like this self-protection. So the Six of Cups in reverse. This is a card which means someone from your past returning. To me, it's like the soulmate card. You've known each other in past lives. You know each other on different dimensions and in the spirit world. In the reverse position, you know, to me it's saying that there's severe like wounds within this person's inner child, and just not knowing how to receive love and not knowing how to give love because of that. Like because this person's not loving themselves and doesn't have a healthy, true, honest relationship with themselves, they couldn't have that with you. And so there is regret within this person. Like this person does look up to you, this person does love you, they do feel this deep connection, but it's like they don't consciously know how to overcome the fears of being that vulnerable, of basically rewriting their own story, because these beliefs, negative beliefs they have about themselves are like their story. It kind of feels like to the ego that that's their truth, and like I said, you're challenging those beliefs and it just feels uncomfortable. You know, it's like trying to create a new habit, it can be very difficult, and it's like we can have a lot of resistance. For example, you know, we may want to become more active or something like that, and we know it's good for us, but then it can be like challenging to start that new habit. It can be easier to just fall back into old ways, because that's what we used to do, that's the vibration And this person, I feel they see themselves as a failure, or they're going to fail in love. They're not good enough. They're going to be rejected. So it's like that belief is in direct conflict with what they want. They want to accept your love. They want to give you love, but this belief of failure, of it not succeeding, is like opposing like their desires. A fear of failure, basically. So 7 of Cups, yeah, this person's been in a lot of confusion. They feel this deep love for you, but also it's bringing up a lot of these wounds. So it's like a bittersweet experience for this person. And so it's like I said, they want to attain this goal. They want to attain the capability of being with you, but it's like it takes work. Another example is, especially using this donut tarot, it's quite relevant. It's like if you want to eat healthy, it's good for you. If you stick to it, it makes you feel really good. But then there's all these temptations, like these donuts here, and it's easier to just kind of give up and fall back, because deep down you feel like you're going to fail anyway. So you kind of just give in quite easily, quite quickly, to avoid that uncomfortable feeling when you're trying to like be good and eat well, but there's this like tension, because you're like, when am I going to fall off the wagon? When am I going to fail? So then you just give in, and you eat the donut or something, and then it's like you feel better, you feel relieved, because there's not this tension, this fight of, when am I going to fail? I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. Oh, and then you just do it anyway. And then the tension's gone, because you're like, well, I knew I was going to fail anyway. It's kind of like that with this person when it comes to love. They think they're going to fail. They think it's not going to work out. So it's hard. It's hard to try and keep believing and keep working towards being open and vulnerable. So for them, it's like this goal that they're always thinking of. It's what they aspire to be able to achieve, this love with you, but at the same time, they're not in the right place to fully align with that and make it their reality. So yeah, King of Cups in reverse. They're emotionally very repressed. They're blocked. Emotionally, they can feel all over the place very easily. They're very sensitive, and they know that they're insecure. They base their sense of self-worth on other people's opinions of them, including you. And so that makes them feel all over the place. Whenever we like pin our emotional well-being on someone else, we can never control someone else. So we're always on edge, like if they do something which makes us feel rejected, we'll feel really hurt, kind of thing. So that's how this person feels. They're basing their self-worth and their sense of happiness on you and your opinion of them. And it's making them feel unstable, because they haven't found that stability within themselves, where they know that, no matter what happens, it's not personal. So 2 of Cups in reverse. They're feeling very disappointed. They're kicking themselves. They're angry. They're devastated, because they feel as though a lot of this disharmony is because of their insecurities, their fears. But again, I don't want it to sound like it's just this person. These relationships, you're mirrors of each other. And so there's wounding on both sides, but they feel that they want this happy partnership, the 2 of Cups. But there's just obstacles, fears, wounds. They want to move forward. They want to come together quickly. They want this rapid movement, rapid resolution. There may be hot and cold. Like, again, I'm using that being, eating healthy as an example. Sometimes they may be moving towards you and feeling like, yeah, I'm ready. Here's how I feel. And they're doing well. But then it's like they fall back into old ways, and then, they're distant again. They're not talking, they're withdrawing, and it feels like a struggle. And they feel like they can't keep being back and forward with you because it's not fair on you. Page of Pentacles in reverse. An offer was made and they couldn't receive this offer, or they want to give you an offer, but they're not in the right place to be able to sustain that, and really follow through and really stay true to the delivery of that offer, because there is this defensive energy. There's this opposition going on within them. And that's why they cannot receive the love. You may be taking it very personally and feeling like it's a personal rejection and they just don't want your love. But it's not about that at all. It's about the vibration that they're in, and them literally not being in alignment with their self-love. So they can't receive love on the outside either, or give love. But they want this new beginning in love. They want this peace in their heart. They want this open heart to be able to give and receive. They want the Wheel of Fortune. They want to be, healed of the negative karma, healed of the wounds, so your relationship can turn in a positive direction, so you can be together. I'm always thinking about you. So yeah, they want you to know it's not a personal rejection. Like I just said, they're always thinking about you. They want to be with you. Their heart is opening, but it's like a slow process. It is a back and forwards kind of energy. You turn me on in so many ways. They feel a lot of passion for you, but also it's like you turn on the light within them. You turn on this awakening. It's very overwhelming because they are in this dark place, and they just don't have this belief that they're lovable. But they're trying to. It's like logically they've begun to realize that they do deserve love and they are lovable, but an intellectual understanding is not quite the same as actually fully integrating that truth and fully knowing that on all levels. But they're getting there slowly. They're sick of the old paradigms. Paradigms are beliefs, like a set of beliefs. They're sick of not, knowing their worth and believing they're not good enough. But their heart is opening. I wouldn't recommend, waiting around for this person, because it is a long, drawn-out process. But when the time is right, there is this opportunity for your connection to move in the right direction. There is an opportunity for you to be together. But like I said, I feel like you need to keep living your life, because that's what's most healthy for you as well. So I really hope this reading has resonated and that it's been helpful. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. It really helps me to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon. That will notify you every time I release a new reading. And if you would like additional readings every single week, which are exclusive to my email subscribers, then please sign up to those below by clicking on the link in the description box. So thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 3, which is the mint green iced donut and the yellow stone. So what messages does your person have for you, which for whatever reason they can't tell you at this time, like they can't literally tell you. So 7 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands, Judgment in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, the Five of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. Does she still love me? Do I have what it takes? Believe me, I am trying my best. I'm stuck. And I'm the man. Okay, so what messages does this person have for you? They're having regrets. There's definitely been some lack of authenticity within this connection. It could be from them, it could be from you. I feel it's likely on both sides, even if you may feel it's just on their side. The Seven of Swords in reverse. To me, I'm seeing this as wearing masks to try and, you know, someone's wearing a mask to try and impress the other person, to hide their vulnerabilities. And like I said, it could be on both sides. And it's because of this fear of judgment. This person worries a lot about what you think of them. They don't feel good enough. And so they are trying to wear a mask. They may have been trying to impress you, but they made some foolish decisions in doing that. And, you know, you may have been seeking their love as well. You may have been, you know, trying to earn their love or prove that you're lovable. You know, you may have tried to mold yourself to be what you thought this person wanted you to be. You may have overgiven to them and things like that. I feel like you were trying to get this person to open up to you and be their true self and express how they truly felt. But, you know, that was threatening to make them be their true self. And they, you know, they're not loving their true self. They feel like their true self isn't good enough. And so that's why they were resisting you. It's not because they don't want you, they don't love you. They do. It's just they don't love themselves. And so they were convinced that if you got too close to them, or if they allowed you to get too close, you'd see the real them, and you'd judge them, and you would decide that they weren't good enough for you, or they weren't what you wanted really. And so they were keeping you at a distance. They felt as long as they were still at a distance, you would like hold on to them. You would hold on to your dreams of being with them. They feel as though you created some fantasies, or maybe they feel as though you projected some kind of fantasy version of them and the relationship onto this connection. And they knew that that was what was causing you to kind of chase them and hold on. And they felt secure in that. As long as you were chasing, they felt secure that you were still there. This person's very afraid of you rejecting them. And so they didn't, like subconsciously, they didn't want to give in. They wanted you to keep chasing them. Kind of to bide their time. They felt as long as, if they made you chase them longer, then you'd be more emotionally invested in them, and then you'd work even harder to keep things together. And, you know, they were trying to work out if you genuinely loved them for all this time, or whether it was just you'd projected fantasies onto them and you were in love with that fantasy. So they felt like unsure and insecure that you didn't really love the real them. They felt as though maybe you were trying to resolve some inner child wound through chasing them, rather than you genuinely loving them. So they may have felt some kind of rejection. They may have felt this judgment from you if you were getting annoyed or resentful that they were running away, or they weren't able to be open and vulnerable and face that judgment from you. Face, is she going to accept me or will she reject me? They can't bear the thought of losing you and you rejecting them. And so they still weren't sure if you genuinely loved them or the fantasy. And so they were testing the waters. They were trying to figure out how you really felt by keeping their distance and seeing, could you somehow prove to them that you love the real them. But I feel like even if you were like chasing this person, even if you were like saying to this person that they're lovable and they deserve love, they weren't sure if you genuinely meant that, or whether you were just trying to flatter them or make them feel more confident in order for them to come forward to you. They felt as though you had a goal in mind of having the relationship or having the validation from them. And again, they just didn't know if it was genuine or not. So they could tell that your resentment was building, even if you weren't openly saying that. And so they felt like you were already judging them. They may have felt like you were indirectly rejecting them because you were getting resentful and not accepting them in their fear and trying to just force them to be more open or more confident or something like that. So they knew you wanted more confidence from them, but they didn't feel confident, and therefore they felt like that was a rejection, like they weren't living up to what you wanted them to be. So 10 of Swords in reverse. This is like heartbreak. This is feeling betrayed. This is what they were fearing. In the reverse position, they feared betrayal. They feared that you were so like adamant that you loved them and you're chasing them. And, if you were chasing this person really hard, they felt as though you weren't being logical. You'd kind of got caught up in your emotions and you were being illogical, and they thought you were being blinded by your emotions, and that's why you're chasing them so much. And they thought that if they let you have them, then you'd suddenly come to your senses, and then you may realize, oh, it wasn't love after all. It was just I wanted to chase you so you would commit to me, and then I'd feel validated. And then they feared that once you got what you wanted, you wouldn't want them anymore, kind of thing. And yeah, again, they feared it wasn't real love. They feared that you were just trying to prove that you're good enough or you're lovable enough by having them, validate you. They feared that you would like chew them up and then spit them out again, sort of thing. They feared that, you'd use them in that way or something. I feel like they've been betrayed in the past, and other people may well have done that with them, pretended to love them, or they genuinely thought they loved this person, but as soon as they got what they wanted, they ran away again. This person, I feel, sees you as emotionally unavailable. Like, you see them as emotionally unavailable, but they're thinking the reason why you're chasing me is because I'm unavailable. And it's, a reflection that you're unavailable as well. So they're worried that as soon as they become available to you, then suddenly you'll become unavailable and run away. They feel like you don't really want the relationship. You're just addicted to chasing, in order to try and prove that you are lovable, kind of thing, by having them turn around and commit, like I said. So Ace of Cups in reverse. Again, they're fearing that it's not genuine love. They may see you as like very attractive. They may feel that you could have anyone. They may feel as though, you know, you'd get bored of them and then you may want to chase someone else. Some of you may have met this person when you're already with someone else. And, you know, they caught your eye when you were with someone else. So they may be worried that, you know, if you two got together, then you'd have a wandering eye as well. And you'd be interested in someone else again and wanting to chase someone else. This person doesn't know how to love themselves. They don't believe that they are lovable. So they're questioning, like, why do you claim to love me? Is it real or not? They're thinking, why me? Why do you love me? If they're thinking that you could have anyone kind of thing, why me? So they're distrustful. They may have trust issues. So they're keeping their distance again to try and still figure out if you're genuine or whether it's just like the thrill of the chase or trying to resolve wounds within yourself. 7 of Wands. This is a defensive energy. This is, I feel like some of you are really coming at this person and they're like, whoa, 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 slow down. And this person sees you as very like, you're a strong person, you go for what you want, you're very powerful. They feel like you could completely take over. They feel like they, you know, you could overpower them, like energetically. You could potentially take control of the relationship, and they fear that they couldn't be assertive enough to have their own healthy boundaries. They feel like if they gave you an inch, you might take a mile kind of thing. You might take over, especially if you're like chasing this person. They feel like if you got together, then you'd try and steer everything in the direction you wanted it to go, and they fear that they'd be so overwhelmed and they wouldn't know how to say no, and they wouldn't know how to not lose themselves in the connection. So 2 of Wands. This person is loving you from afar. They're daydreaming about you from afar, thinking about you all the time. They may be looking at you on social media. They do hope that your love for them is real. They do think you're in love with the fantasy of being with them. They're afraid the spell will be broken if things got too real and that you wouldn't want them after all. This person feels that they haven't actually done much, like logically, or they haven't done much towards this relationship to make it valid that you love them. They feel as though, you know, if they proved themselves to you, if they had been a good friend, if they'd, you know, contributed equally or pursued you equally, then there'll be logical reasons why you would love them. But because they feel like they haven't actually done much, they feel that, you know, she's just in her emotions. Her judgment's clouded by emotions. She's blinded by just wanting this validation from me rather than, you know, she loves me because I've actually been there for her and done things to be worthy of that love. So the Chariot in reverse. I feel like they see this as your energy. You're trying to race towards them, but there's this imbalance. They feel you're not stable within yourself, so you haven't got this stable emotion, this stable love for them. They see this instability. They may feel with the High Priestess in reverse that you're ungrounded. that you have all these fantasies, you have all these daydreams. They feel it's unrealistic, and then therefore they're suspicious that you don't really love them. It's about the wounds. 5 of Cups. They're very focused on, things could fail between you. Things could turn out where they lose you, where, because they have high hopes, believe it or not, for this connection. They have these dreams about being with you. That's their goal. That's their dream come true. But they're worried it's, if it actually happened, it would just end up like this. It would all turn out to just be an illusion, a fantasy, and it wasn't real. But they're still holding out for hope that it is real. Deep down, they're trying to protect. They love feeling that you love them. They're hoping you do. They love the idea of being with you, but they're suspicious it would just end up like that. But they're trying to protect, your connection. As long as you're still chasing them, they feel you're still there. If they keep their distance, but they do want to be with you, but they're just they're not sure if it's real. They're not sure if you're balanced enough, if they're stable enough for it to turn out like this, the 2 of Cups, rather than there being a loss and it not working out. This person sees you as very generous, but they may see themselves as the beggars. They feel there's an imbalance. They want to be more generous with you. They want to give back to you. But they do feel like you're kind of in love with the thrill of the chase. And so if they were generous with you, they feel like you might get bored with that. Like you attained your goal of capturing them or something, and now you're going to move on to someone else. Does she still love me? They do feel there is a loss, because I feel some of you have got exasperated by this person, holding back and not coming forward. And so some of you may have walked away. Some of you may have withdrawn your generosity, everything you're giving them in the past. You may have withdrawn that or protected your heart. And so this person's does she still love me? Does she still think of me? Does she still want me? And they think, do I have what it takes? Am I good enough? Believe me, I'm trying my best. So I feel like some of you need to look in the mirror. You need to ask yourself, or try and look to see how you're coming across. Are you coming across as, you're unstable, you're looking for this person to heal your wounds? And is that true for some of you? Is there a true element of that? I'm stuck. And it's because, they're stuck because of all these fears, and they're still not sure if you genuinely love them, or just the idea of them, or the idea of them validating you. And I'm the man, they want to feel that confidence. They want to feel that they're the man for you, and that it's real. Your feelings for them are real. So I hope this reading has resonated and that it's been helpful. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. That really helps me to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon. That notifies you every time I release a new reading. And if you would like additional readings every single week, which are exclusive to my email subscribers, then please sign up to those by clicking the link below this video. So thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 4, which is the chocolate orange donut and the blue stone. So what messages does your person have for you? For whatever reason, they cannot directly tell you. So the Knight of Cups, the Fool, the Six of Swords, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups in reverse, Strength, the Ace of Pentacles. I feel insecure. Give me some space right now. I don't feel good enough. I need to protect myself. And it's worth it. Okay, so what messages does this person have for you? They feel there's an imbalance within this connection. The Six of Swords in reverse. They feel like you've been very giving. You've been very nurturing. You've tried to help this person a lot with their healing. They had a lot of heartbreak. They feel there's an imbalance of give and take. They feel like they don't have enough to offer you in comparison to what you offer them. They want to race in. They want to express their love. They feel a lot of romantic feelings, a lot of love for you. Knight of Cups is the most romantic of the knights. They wish they could express themselves. They could fight for the love. Feel like a confident person to be able to do that. Sweep you off your feet kind of thing. That's what they wish for. But they also see that's what you hope for in them. And, you know, they're feeling like they can't match up to that ideal that you have of them. And so they're feeling insecure. This person doesn't know how to love themselves fully. This is someone that has a poor self-image, because swords are about the mind and perception. And so it's like their own thoughts are what are stabbing them in the heart. Their own thoughts are also very self-destructive. To me, the heart is the gateway of the soul truth and the intuition. So their thoughts are causing them to second guess their intuition. There's a head versus heart thing going on here. A lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurity. This is interesting. They want to take a leap of faith. They want a new beginning with you. They want to receive this cup that you're offering them, the new beginning in love, the relationship. They're wanting to receive your love. But again, their insecurities mean that they're like hiding away in those bushes. And they're not like fully receiving what you're offering. Right now, they're observing what you're offering, but they're not taking that cup. They're trying to figure out what to do. They're trying to figure out if you genuinely love them, or whether they're going to get hurt if they open up to you. Give me some space right now. They may feel as though you're trying to shove this cup in their face. You're like, take the offer. You're like, have this relationship with me, give back to me equally. And they're like unsure. They may feel as though you don't genuinely love them. They may feel as though you're giving to them in order to receive like validation back from them. They know that they're very cut off. They know they're emotionally repressed. They know they're emotionally unavailable. So they're like, why are you so insistent in chasing me? Because they don't love themselves. They suspect you don't love them really either. They feel like you may be in love with their illusion or a projection that you've put onto them, a fantasy version of them. Or they feel like you may be seeking to, you know, subconsciously heal abandonment wounds from your childhood or something like that, because they're emotionally unavailable. And they're like, well, I've not actually done much in return. I've not actually done much to prove that would be a good partner. So why do you keep insisting that I take what you're giving me? Why do you insist on chasing me? Why do you insist that you love me when I've done very little or nothing? So they're like, what is she basing that love on? And you're basing it on this soul pull that you feel to them. But to them, that's illogical. To them, they're thinking, she's ungrounded. She's loving, you know, something that's possibly not even real. Because they feel like in reality, they haven't done anything to, you know, not earn that love, but they haven't proved themselves to be someone that's dateable, or they haven't proved themselves to be someone that's a good match for you or healthy or compatible with you. So they're like, she's not basing this love on any form of logic, and therefore her love could just not be real. She could be in love with a fantasy, because there's all clouds around you as well. So it's like they feel as though you're not seeing clearly, you're not seeing them clearly, you're just basing your love on, or your what you believe to be love, on some kind of whim or on some kind of fantasy. I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at. It's hard to explain. But they're like, I haven't proved myself to you. I haven't shown you that I would be a good partner. I haven't shown you that I'd be supportive, or, you know, they may have shown you the opposite for some people. And they're like, she's still, you know, chasing me. And they're like, she can't be in love with the real me. She's trying to work out some childhood wound by getting me to commit to her. They feel like you're not happy within yourself. They feel like you've experienced a lot of heartbreak, and subconsciously you're chasing them so that they commit to you, and then you feel validated. You feel lovable after all. So they feel like you may be that fool energy where you're just taking a leap of faith, but they feel like you're ungrounded. So give me some space right now. They're like, hold on a minute. You know, they don't want to rush into something with you, and then suddenly everything becomes real, and then the spell is broken, sort of thing. Your illusions, you know, crumble, your fantasies crumble, and you're left with the reality of them. And then, you know, they don't want you to suddenly realize, oh, he wasn't what I thought he was going to be. And then you're disappointed, and then you reject them. So they're observing you. They're like, well, is this real? Are her emotions real? Does she really love me? They don't trust that. And there may be some validity in that for some of you. Like, you may have a lot of projections you've placed on them. You may have this illusion that because they're emotionally unavailable, if they turn around and commit, then, you know, you're going to feel like that's going to heal your abandonment wounds. So, you know, they may be right in being cautious and holding back. 6 of Swords with the 2 of Cups in reverse, and I don't feel good enough. There is going to be healing. They want you to know that they do hope for healing within this connection, but they want you to know that they think you're just going to move on when you realise the reality of the relationship is not how you were expecting or hoping. They don't feel good enough. They don't feel like they can live up to your fantasies, because in all honesty, no one can live up to a fantasy. So they feel like you're going to move on. They're hoping that there's going to be healing. Because they know that you don't feel good enough as well. They feel like that's why you're chasing them. So they feel like you're in a place of instability. So it's making them feel like this connection's unstable. They don't feel safe to start something with you because they feel like it could just easily fall apart. And it's just like disappear in a cloud of smoke, or it's just castles in the sky that aren't real. So 6 of Pentacles in reverse, an imbalance of give and take. Yeah, they feel like you're giving and giving and giving, but they feel like it's not true unconditional love. They feel like you're giving and giving and giving because you're expecting like all of that back in return in the future. And what you're giving, they're feeling like it's not true generosity because of that. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, it normally shows the is the card here? Yeah, 6 of Pentacles, it normally shows the beggars. In the reverse position, it's like on the surface you're giving and giving and giving to them, but deep down they feel it's because you are the beggar. You're giving a lot and being generous because you're wanting approval in return. You're wanting that love on the outside in return. But there's this need for you to love yourself. There's this need for this self-love, strength. They feel like you are a strong person. They feel like if they were with you, then potentially, you know, because you're chasing them so hard, they feel like you could potentially try and control them and be like, your needs don't matter, and that's why she's trying to close the lion's mouth. They're afraid that you would completely take over in this connection. Yeah, I need to protect myself. That's why they're holding back. They feel like your motives aren't genuine, even if you really feel like they are. Even if you do love this person, it's like, I do feel for a lot of you there is this subconscious like ulterior motive of being validated by them as well, and trying to heal the childhood wounds. And you know, most people go through that at some point, so don't beat yourself up about that. They're really hoping that you can have this happy relationship in the long run. They're hoping you can heal. They're hoping that they can give you an offer and you will receive it. But they're still trying to figure things out. For some of you, this may have even been going on for years, but they're still trying to figure out, is her love for me real? Why is she doing so much for me when I haven't done much for her in return? And they do want to give back equally, but you know, they have hopes and dreams as well that this is genuine, but they're just worried about reaching out and giving you an offer. in case it makes things too real and it shatters the dream and you end up not being together because it turns out to be not what you wanted. But I feel in the future, you know, they may well reach out with an offer and think it's worth taking that risk. So I really hope this reading has resonated and that it's been helpful. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. It really helps me to grow my channel. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. And if you would like additional readings every single week, which are exclusive to my email subscribers, then please sign up to those by clicking the link below this video. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.